Hello, folks. This video is entitled, Will Donald Trump be sentenced to prison time on September 18th? So, Donald Trump's rigged 6-week criminal show trial in Manhattan, New York, with Judge Merchan wrapped up in June 2024, this year, with the grand jury finding Trump guilty of 34 felony counts of business records falsification. This is basically the Stormy Daniels payoff trial where the crime is actually a misdemeanor, but DA Alvin Bragg made it into a felony specifically for this trial. Under New York Penal Law 175.10, falsifying business records in the first degree is a misdemeanor, but due to DA Alvin Bragg saying that Donald Trump, quote, had the intent to commit another crime and aid and conceal the commission thereof, that is why the indictment was made into a felony, but the indictment never listed what other crime Donald Trump committed or was to commit. But to understand what is going to happen to Trump, you have to understand what has already happened. Judge Merchan clarified the New York Penal Law 175.10 does not require that the other crime actually be committed. All that is required is the defendant acted with a conscious aim and objective to commit another crime. So this is straight out of the Tom Cruise movie Minority Report, where you can just be charged for future crimes without even committing the crime, just because they think you're going to commit the crime. So let's go over this. Donald Trump was charged with a felony for a crime that is normally misdemeanor for allegedly having his attorney, Michael Cohen, pay $130,000 of hush money to Stormy Daniels out of his own money. Allegedly, Trump paid the attorney Michael Cohen back in increments over time, and attorney Michael Cohen counted these payments in his records as charges for legal services under a retainer, which is regarded as fraud. DA Alvin Bragg said the Trump organization also purposely mislabeled payments to attorney Michael Cohen to conceal the true nature of the transactions. Then on top of that, the crime that Donald Trump supposedly committed was past the statute of limitations as well, but the statute of limitations were extended due to COVID-19 because previous New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, before being ousted as governor, supposedly extended the statute of limitations on crime in New York when the courts were disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. Trump and his lawyer also made a motion for Merchan to recuse himself. Of course, he did not. So Donald Trump is to be sentenced to possible prison time, etc., by Judge Juan Merchan on September 18th, 2024. So the question is, so do I think Donald Trump will be sentenced to prison? Yes, of course I do. I actually think Donald J. Trump will be going to prison for the maximum sentence, and I'll tell you why. If they're willing to do anything and everything to stop Donald Trump, this would be their dream come true. A lot of people are saying that if Trump is sentenced to prison, then he will automatically win this election. Not so fast. And I'm not black-pilled, I'm just stating facts. Yes, under normal circumstances, Trump would win this election handily. I would, under normal circumstances, say, let them put you in prison, Trump, because you'll get more votes and probably win. But this election and everything that's going on in the world right now is anything but normal circumstances, such as the assassination attempt on Trump and the coup to remove Biden and replace him with Harris, is new territory regarding presidential elections. And whether you believe it or not, we are actually coming off of a stolen 2020 election in which there are mountains, and I mean mountains upon mountains of proof of fraud. We've never stopped that fraud from happening again as of yet either. They're going to do anything and everything to win this election, including murder, if that's what gets them what they want. In my opinion, our country will become like a third world hellhole, war zone, if they are successful and win this 2024 election. We will no longer have a country. Just look at the recent assassination attempt on Trump in Butler, PA. Allegedly, the local police alerted the FBI and Secret Service about this shooter guy way before the shooting occurred, and the shooter was still allowed to take the shot. No one stopped him, so obviously these agencies are not going to do their job. So if Trump is perhaps sent to like a Rikers Island like prison or similar prison, and someone in the prison wants to kill him, who is to say that the people protecting him will actually protect him? These same agencies protecting him allowed the assassination attempt shot to be made on him. Also, the head of Secret Service that recently resigned, Kimberly Cheadle, a Biden political pick, admitted that some of the people guarding Trump are not Secret Service, but they are actually from Homeland Security instead. If they can create a lapse in security like this in Butler, PA, could they also allow a security lapse like this in Trump's prison? And who is to say another assassin won't be successful? For our sake, we hope that Trump or any other candidate does not get assassinated. The Democrats and globalists know one thing. They cannot beat Trump in a fair election. Otherwise, they would not do all this. If they had things locked down, they wouldn't do all this. Still, you need to register to vote and vote Trump. You have to treat this election as if your vote is the deciding vote in the entire election. Have a great day, guys. Take care.